Now, Roger Corman, a cult classics, he did not produce this, but he picked it up for distribution. So it's kind of interesting as part of his cult classics releases, but he produced several other outer space type movies at the time. The movie stars Caroline Munro, former Bond girl. It has a nice click open type business here, which I don't really care for these. I don't like when they do that. A lot of special features. There's a ton of it. Besides it being a new anamorphic widescreen transfer of 1:7:8:1, audio commentary, a look at the special effects, etc., 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 etc. There is a ton of it. A ton. Luigi Cozzi, a.k.a. Louis Coates, he actually runs Dario Argento's museum. There you go. Starcrash disc. Kind of interesting artwork when it's not really Caroline Munro. We have the reversible cover. What's that other artwork that's on the disc? I don't know. I prefer this one. And of course, this movie, Luigi Cozzi, inspired by Ray Harryhausen movies, and you could see that. A lot of people put down this movie, but I really enjoy it. The more times I see it, the more I enjoy it. He's really trying to ape a space odyssey with Ray Harryhausen typeness going on there, and he wrote it before Star Wars. Everybody calls it a Star Wars ripoff. I'm sure it's the fact that Star Wars was such a success made it possible for the movie to get made, but it was actually written before Star Wars came out. Maybe even before Star Wars was written. So, I mean, they can't say that. But here's the gem of it all. Oh, for one thing, it's a 2-disc set here. We got special features. We got the film presentation. And that's why there's so many special features. They have its own disc here. But it's a DVD, of course, and not a Blu-ray like that. But that is definitely fine and excellent. And here's the big thing that I have Caroline Munro's autograph on here. Caroline Munro, Stella Star. And she always gives her little hearts there when she signs stuff. At least when she signs stuff for me, she does. There's Carolyn there. She wears like high heels in space. It's kind of craziness. She's in a prison camp, and she's wearing her high heels where she's a prisoner. That makes no sense. But, I mean, there are a lot of plot holes or whatever. There's Christopher Plummer, who has a small role in the movie. There's one of the Ray Harryhausen-like creatures. A big giant fembot attacking. Caroline Munro and David Hasselhoff has a big part in the movie. There's Caroline Munro in another skimpy outfit. There's my little sticker thing on the 8, finally on Blu-ray thing. I saved that. I cut that out. Took that off there. The robot's called E-L, but kind of cool. The guy who is in the other Caroline Munro movie that I have signed is also in this movie. He plays the villain, and he really yucks it up, over the top acting. Kind of terrible. Cast of a bunch of other females surrounding, capturing Caroline Munro there. Starcrash is an important work of art. We've waited all our lives to prove it. The proof is here. Check it out, man. Stephen Romano, whoever that is. He's a acclaimed screenwriter, author, artist, and many works. Emmy award-winning Showtime cable series, Masters of Horror. So he loves this movie. 2 commentary tracks, as I said. John Barry did the score. It sounds like a leftover score from Moonraker. Very similar to Moonraker, in fact. There you have it. Shout Factory does it again. One of the Roger Corman classics. I mean, I also love the Roger Corman Poe cycle in the early 60s as well. Go out and buy yourself a copy. Everybody buy it so you could crack up the price. So maybe they'll release it on 4K someday, and then I could buy that and have that signed by Caroline Munro as well.